The 2022 Beijing Winter Olympics are just a month away, and China is already facing a serious test of its zero COVID policy. Athletes will be isolated in what organizers are calling a closed loop during the games, and they will live, train, and compete in a very strict bubble. But China is dealing with COVID outbreaks in several cities, and the government is implementing strict measures, including severe lockdowns, like in Xi'an, a city of some 13 million people. Foreign correspondent Maggie Rulli joining us now live from London with more. Maggie, so good to see you.
Kara, always good to see you as well.
Well, as we enter in this new year, you know, China's zero COVID strategy has been successful, controversial so far as well. What kind of challenges do you see the Olympics presenting here?
Yeah, Kara, you know, China, as you said, sometimes controversial, but also so far successful. They're really one of the last countries still chasing this idea of zero COVID, but the Olympics will be their biggest challenge yet. Starting today, they've even launched their pre-Olympics bubble. This is well underway. They're getting ready to welcome 25,000 people, Olympic officials and athletes from all over the world. They haven't been tested like this yet, but they say they're confident they can do it. You know, this bubble is going to be very strict, Kara, stricter than even what we saw with the Summer Games in Tokyo. Some of what they've told us so far, everyone in the bubble is going to be tested with a PCR test every single day. They've told athletes they don't want them cheering for other athletes. Instead, only clapping is allowed. And get this, they're even saying they're going to separate the trash. So keep the trash from people in the bubble separate from the general population. They are really doing everything they can to make this Olympic works because for many people, Chinese officials, they say this is their chance to prove to the rest of the world why their COVID zero policy is going to work. But Kira, it is going to be difficult to pull off.
So what if an athlete tests positive?
Yeah, well, just like anything else, this is strict, Kara. Right now, they're saying if an athlete tests positive, they face then a quarantine of up to 21 days, potentially even 5 weeks. So this is quite a severe for many athletes. It's part of the reason why the NHL came out saying they don't want any players from their league going to the Olympics, which was heartbreaking for many of those players. But they said that potential for a quarantine was just too severe. They'd miss the March playoffs. So again, up to 21 days, 5 weeks. It's a pretty harsh quarantine for anyone who tests positive.
So what do you think, Maggie? How big of a threat is Omicron, given that it appears to be the most contagious variant so far?
Yeah, Kara, this is the biggest issue right now. You know, the games are coming at a time where we're seeing Omicron surge around the world. You mentioned those numbers you're seeing in the States right now. This is a huge battle for a country that hasn't seen, you know, many outbreaks. You mentioned some of the outbreaks they are facing right now. That one city of about 13 million under a Wuhan-style lockdown. They had about 1,600 cases. Now, that sounds like nothing compared to America, but this is the largest outbreak China has seen since the start of the pandemic, and it was not even from Omicron yet. So just imagine, we know how easily this new variant spreads, and keeping it separate with a bubble, it is going to be so difficult. China says they're confident, but gosh, we're 1 month out, Kira. Still so much unknown, and everyone is going to be watching these games.
Yeah, another year of a lot of unknowns. Yeah. Maggie Rulli, thanks so much. Good to see you from London.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.